Hey, favored ones! Welcome back to another collective reading. It is 11:01 on the phone, so you may be seeing sequences of 111 or the number 3 a lot showing up for you as synchronicity right now. I know that I had a lot of vivid dreams lately, dreams of helping my friends learn about spirituality, dream about pulling the card 10 of Pentacles. So some of you may be receiving downloads or messages from your spirit guides through your dreams at this time, trying to reassure you or guide you through awakening of your gifts. Whether this be like telekinesis, you may notice that lights are flickering on and off around you more frequently. That can be signs of telekinesis, like when you're walking down the street and you notice that lights, as you walk by them, will flicker on and off. This is a good indication of that. You may also find that watches will not work on you if you are starting to awaken these kinds of gifts. So yeah, I just wanted to go over today, and yeah, welcome anyone who is new and welcome anyone who is returning. Thank you for your love and support. Come on in, everyone, and take your seats at the round table. There is a wishing well in the corner if you care to throw in a coin or two. And for anyone who is new, and on my channel, we like to do something called Welcoming Utopia, like welcoming in your own personal utopia, whether that be personal, international, galactic, dimensional utopia. And what brings to mind is actually the dimensional rift that the draconic species was brought over into our realm. So hopefully finding ways to come about from that. If any of you are interested in that story and more information on that, it is listed below in one of my links in the description. It's by Deborah Soros, I think is her name, and it's the history of the galactic history of our universe. So if you wanted to look more into that about starseeds and what they're about, then you can look that up down in the description, or you can even look up starseeds and take a gander for yourself. We're all able to find our own sources and work our way towards finding our own personal truth. So I feel like the overall message is we're working towards our personal truths and what resonates with us and who we are willing to spend our energy on. And if we're not, then we're, setting up and enforcing boundaries, cutting ties with those who are no longer aligned with the path and journey that we wish to take. Now, of course, there's the saying from Tupac, it's like, just because you lost me as a friend doesn't mean I don't want to see you eat. And it's like, just because I don't want to see you eating at my table doesn't mean I don't want to see you eat. Like, you love these people, but you also are keeping a distance. Now, that's not saying that you won't miss them. It's very uncommon to hear about, or just not talked about as much. It's a what is it, unpopular opinion, or unknown, not well known opinion. Oh, Mercury retrograde, let me just spit this out already. Either way, there can be grief with letting go people who are toxic towards us, because our love was real. What we felt for them is real. So obviously the loss will feel real, whether or not, the loss is more than just them being gone away. I feel like people miss your energy when you're not around, whether that's because they're energy vampires or they actually appreciate you. I feel all like you are missed when you are not around. That's for some of you there. I want to come on today and just do an overall vibe check, see what's going down. Spirits, guides, guardian ancestors, can we please cloak and protect all my favored ones for highest good and favorite and funnest good? Can we get some messages, see what's happening on the low? Let's bring it to the surface and see what the heck is going on. What's going on? I feel like things are slow going for you at the moment, because as I'm shuffling, it feels like the energy just wants to be. I feel like you want people to just leave you be. There's people who may be nagging on you. You may have family members trying to poke their business in your life and how the way you live it. These are the people who you may have just, started to enforce boundaries with, and now they're upset that you're not people pleasing all the time. And you just feel like isolating to really get to know yourself again. And maybe you grew up in a place where you were always people pleasing and you weren't able to show yourself, or you're finally demasking yourself after getting a diagnosis and knowing who you are and what you have to work with. And now people may not like that, and I feel like you just want people to leave you alone. Like, whether they miss you, whether they have good intentions or not, you've moved on and you just want them to leave you alone. Yeah, you have a different perspective and you've forgiven yourself and them, and you're moving on away from it. You found out and you saw that different perspective, and you saw that they were only human too, and the best thing you could do was move on, and you're being victorious in whichever direction you're heading at this time, favored ones. You really turned around your perspective and realized that your happiness is made by you. What other people do isn't going to make or break your victory, and no matter how people view you or see you in your past, you are always allowed to march forward and be victorious within your vision. A lot of you could be decorating for the holidays and stuff, putting up Yuletide decorations. With the wreath being here, you might change throughout the seasons and put up different protection symbols on your door. Like, let's say you have a wreath now, and you could have had like a witch's broom, cinnamon broom during holidays. I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you're the type who enjoys protecting the threshold of your homes. You may be the type who sprinkle salt or have bells on your doors. Yeah, a lot of people may be, you may have decided to celebrate and start your own traditions, and realize that maybe some of the circumstances that you were introduced to when you were younger might have caused triggers in regards to certain events. So you are taking it back. You're taking back your traditions, and you're taking back how you want to celebrate different holidays, and you're not taking no for an answer. Like, let's say your family always gets together at the night before. It doesn't even have to be the winter holiday seasons. It could be any seasons. Like, maybe it was only done at someone's house specifically forever, and no negotiations, no debate. But now you're like, you want to know what? I'm hosting this year, and if anyone wants to show up, show up. Because you're like, I'm not traveling If it's just about family or whatever, then there's no reason why they can't change their perspective and go to another location. I feel like you finally, for some of you where it's not for holidays, I feel like it's a place that you are working at where you are starting to see that you're bent over backwards and jumping through hoops for them, and you've decided to let go, and you're being victorious as you're moving and embarking on the new part of your journey, whether this is having to move and now you have a new home and you're decorating it, hence the decoration. So you are settling into your new home, you are settling into your new clinic. I feel like the dust is settling is the overall message. You know, when there's been a battle and everything's getting thrown. If I remember, there's a video I'm gonna put up, but this is what Spirit is showing me right now. Give me a second. I'm getting the vision and the sounds at the same time, so I'm getting clear. You could be a bunch of different clairs. You could be a clairaudient, claircognitive, clairgustus, or you feel it in your gut and you get tastes of certain things. If you taste like strawberries while you're doing readings for people and stuff like that, that's clair gut gustance, I think it's called. Regardless of the situation, back to the message at hand. Spirit is giving me the video and the sounds of when World War II, and there was a recording of it going on, and of the battle and the sounds of the guns and everything, and it was recorded as soon as it was told a ceasefire. So yeah, a lot of you may be celebrating the ceasefire going on at the moment, and looking forward to the damage control and the dust settling. But yeah, inside that video, as soon as all the guns stopped, as soon as all the firing stopped, there were sounds of birds and the trees and the leaves and the animals chattering and living their best life, so that even, and Spirit wants to say that is always there. That is always there for you. That relief, that chattering of the animals and nature and Mother Nature and Earth is always chattering to you and always calling out to you to try and calm and soothe you and bring you warmth as the heat kicks in, and bring you warmth during time of upheaval. During time of war, where you are raging war on yourself inside of your own head. And if you just calm yourself for a moment, then you might be able to hear that chatter coming through. You may have a lot of bird guides, because I'm hearing bird chatters. You could resonate with being a blue avian. That may not be for everyone. You just may have a lot of bird guides, such as Toph, Ra, Morgan, Morgan Le Fay, Brand the Blessed. There's a lot of them that you may look, or you may have bird characters that you look up to, like comic book characters like the Black Canary, stuff like that. Or you may look up to the symbolisms of birds that really resonate with you, and you like to keep them as talismans and totems and statues of reminders, such as a rising phoenix. But yeah, if you want to look at that video, you should be able to. It's I'll look it up and I'll have to remember it, but it's so beautiful to hear. And it reminds me of when we went through lockdown, and as much as we we're through upheaval, isolation, and despair, which is, you know, a normal human reaction in those times and these times. The world was healing around us. They were showing how much the pollution went down, and that there was birds and bugs that had never been discovered came out of hiding. So I feel like right now, my collective, lovely and beautiful favored ones, you are coming out of hiding. You are coming out of hiding, ollie ollie oxen free. I know I did one reading on that one time, so if you feel called to scroll through, I know it was a pick-a-pow, so you may feel called to click on it. If not, then so be it. You have free will. Pulled out the Ace of Wands. So you're at the beginning stages of taking action towards showing yourself more, to and acting as you are the wand. Your powers, your words, and actions are an extension of your psyche and soul and emotions. So you are learning how to come out of hiding and show the magic that is within you. A lot of you may work with the giants or the rock golem entities, elements at this time. The gnomes may have some gnomies may have some messages for you if you feel like there has been some guide off to the side trying to make communication. That could be the giants or the rock columns. Gnomies. I feel like a lot of you are releasing energy, or yeah, so a lot of you may be finding yourself yawning, not only to release energy, but you're also releasing tiredness as well, that is holding and being stored within the body. So I think, tiredness and stored in the body. A lot of you, whomever this message is for, whomever I'm speaking to, you may be holding a lot of acidic pH levels within your body. You may want to look into eating more alkaline foods, as if the body becomes too acidic from constantly eating sugars or refined sugars or non-natural sugars and a lot of salts and just an overly acidic diet, then when your body becomes mostly acidic, as we are supposed to be balanced and neutral, then you may start to notice that you're feeling fatigued, tired, and droggy and dizzy. You can look up symptoms of an acidic body type, and if that resonates with you, then you may want to look into foods that have more alkaline, based structure, and that could help. That's a message for someone out there. You can add more garlic, I know, and like vegan yogurts, almond milk. I know there are a lot of leafy greens. If you don't get a lot of leafy greens into your self, then that might be a good way to start. If you don't like leafy greens, then like I suggested, the dairy family, and you can look up online yourself, and if you feel that it resonates with you. You may also go to the doctor, as this is not true medical advice. This is based off of intuition and feeling and personal experiences that I've seen people or myself go through in the past, and I'm only bringing it up because of related thought. which is what the medical and scientific term is. It's like when you're asked someone, what do you think of when you think of this thing? It's like relative thought and transferable skills. Whoop. Don't stop, get it. All that really drive me crazy. Hey, oh, wiggle, 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 wiggle. That's by Outta Here Brothers. So some of you may enjoy old school rap. Some of you may enjoy basketball as well, because I know in one of their music videos. But yeah, Outta Here Brothers. Page of materials. So this is so giving that quote of, oh, how does the quote go exactly? It's not 100%, this is paraphrasing of a quote that I don't remember fully, but it'll probably come back to me after I give it to you, but that's okay. It was, now this is non-gender specific, obviously. She was beautiful, but ain't it? You wanna know what? I'm gonna look it up, because I want it to be the exact quote, because I'm being perfectionist at this moment, and you guys might have perfectionism that you are working on. You are constantly a rose. You don't need to be perfected upon. This isn't the Queen of Hearts' court, and you don't have to paint all the roses red. She looked like art, and art wasn't supposed to look like... She was like art, and art wasn't supposed to look nice. It was supposed to make you feel something. So the quote from Eleanor and Park. Anyway, that you may enjoy that book. This is what it's reminding me of, is that you look like art. For those who are being hard on your looks and or comparing yourself, and remember, comparison is the thief of joy. My favorite ones, you look like art, and art is not meant to look nice. It is meant to make you feel, and you do. You make people feel, and the way that you express yourself and the way that you lift up others is blooming forward. You were fashioned in kindness. Now, before you are fashioned in kindness. You really are. But you have also learned over time that sometimes people need to get the thorns. You know, if you mishandle me, you're gonna get some thorns. I'm a rose. And some people aren't willing to put up with the thorns in order to have the beauty. So if you've learned to fashion yourself in kindness, but you're also not letting people mishandle you any longer, which is amazing. You don't have to let people mishandle you. So this is the Page of Pentacles, materials, and you are slowly making your way from being a single rose to literally being fashioned in it. So you're making tangible progress. You're working on it. Let's see. Emotions. Materials. Yeah. There we go. Page of materials. Manifesting, discovering how to create abundance, practicing, planning, learning, new energy, new beginnings, new skills, a student working on the future, the natural laws of creation. You're constantly co-creating your future with the universe every second of every day. And it seems like you are manifesting what you are due. Okay, like hear me out. I know that's not what the definition of page pentacles mean, but you are manifesting the abundance that you are due. And the reason why I say that is if you get it really close and you can see it, you can see the dew marks on the roses there. So getting what you are due and making it stretch. So some of you are working and making do with what you got for now. And Spirit wants to congratulate you on knowing how to spread things out and how to navigate things. Maybe you upcycle resources so that nothing gets wasted. Maybe you, if you go hunting, you don't leave any of it behind. You use it for making clothing, and you keep the skulls and you add them to your collection, and you just don't let any part go to waste. She's been working on new skills and manifesting her future into being. She allows us to witness her progress. Mid-manifest. So yeah, a lot of you could be mid-manifesting, and you may have not spoke to anyone about what you were manifesting for quite some time, but it has reached the stage where you have to bring it forth for people to see you. Yeah, you're not going to be a wallflower forever. See how this is a wall of flowers, but that wall of flowers has got moves. It is flowing. You can move. Maybe it's even got pockets. I hope it's got pockets. My flower dress doesn't have pockets. We're going to have to rearrange that so it does. This page, I want to give an example. Let's say you were working on a book and you didn't tell anyone else about it, and then all of a sudden you go to a poetry meet and it's like a poetry novel, and now you have released some of your stuff and people are like, when are you going to release a book? This is amazing stuff. Are you going back up again? An example. And now you're like, okay, well now people know that I know how to do this talent and skill. They've seen that I can go up on stage and rap. They've seen I can sing. They've seen that I'm a caring person, and maybe I would do well as being a life coach, or being someone's instrumental teacher, teaching music theory to other people. You know, just people find out that you have these talents and they want to learn from you. Maybe it's teaching how to do spirituality, teaching how to do rituals, teaching. I feel like you're moving and you're coming out of your cage and you're doing just fine. But you gotta be damned because you want it all, right? Right, favored ones? We do want it all, and we're gonna get it. We're gonna get we're getting what we are due. Whew. This page of materials has thought about what they want and felt it, dreamt it up. Yeah, so a lot of you could be seeing in your dreams of your manifestations coming true, and that's spirit coming through and letting you know that it's going to be okay. Some of you may be having nightmares in order for your psyche to show how not bad it is in the physical realm right now, because some of you may not be doing so well in the physical and may be going through a tough time. I know that's kind of unfair to see that in your dreams. I know that sometimes your dreams will show you the alternative of, like, you know, it's not that bad kind of fucky shit. For those who feel like you're unable to sleep at a certain point and it's getting in your way and it's affecting your lifestyle, I've been there. A few things that I can suggest: magnesium, it helps stabilize the moods and before bed, and it can help with insomnia. There's also ashwagandha for lowering your cortisol levels first thing in the morning so that you don't have anxiety. And you can take it before bed because there's a certain point between like 4 and like 7 a.m. where your cortisol levels will spike and you can have nightmares during that time. You can take ashwagandha before you go to sleep in order to lower your cortisol levels so that way you don't have nightmares or first morning anxiety. What-ish. You can also put rosemary underneath your bed if you feel like it is a spiritual draining thing of someone being close to you in your house who isn't nice, who makes you anxious. That could give you nightmares as well from other people's energies around you that you share in a household. Whatevers. Rosemary underneath the bed, or clear quartz. As well as you could do a return to sender, as well as you can look at your hands and study them before sleeping to help try and induce lucid dreaming, because inside of your dream, if you stare at your hands long enough, it will remind your brain inside of the dream this is a dream, because they will look like AI's created it, and you'll be like, this is not normal, and whoop, then you're able to pull yourself out of it. Okay, Page of Pentacles has thought about what they want, felt it, dreamt it up, and now they are ready to bring all that energy into form and give it a shape. They are delighted to share this good news with you, that this earth magic is here for all of us to tap into. These new opportunities and beginnings are sprouting into your life, have so much potential of becoming beautiful roses that mark triumph and success. Dressed for success, decorated in fashioned in kindness, and decorated in achievements. Tap into the youthful and prosperous energy that is available to you right now, and play, learn, and explore, and of course, practice. Keep working your way up, leaf by leaf. Embody and ground this magical creator energy and delegate growth into your ideal state of love. So I manifest to life this norm, and I shape my world with earth. All the materials I need are formed reality to birth. I get more messages for the lovely favorite. Oh yeah, don't even think about it. Yes. So, just because you're hermiting doesn't mean that you don't need to still connect with nature. And just because you're coming out of hermit mode doesn't mean it automatically means that you gotta connect with humans either. You know, the animals and the scenery and the sun and the moon would be glad to convene with you at this time. Maybe go out and like do a little charge of your hands and shake a tree's, you know, branch and introduce yourself to your neighbors. And I don't mean humans, I mean like your neighborhood. Go around, say hello tree, hello animals, hello bugs. I'm getting in my head, hello broken piles of wood from the Goofy movie. So you may enjoy the Goofy movie, or you're embarking on a long trip, or have embarked on a long trip, whether that's physical or astral. Yeah, so that's all the message. I'm gonna read off the Hermit anyway, even though it's pretty straightforward that it's just meaning to get back to nature. A lot of you may talk to the trees, like, because this is kind of reminding me of Grandmother Willow with Pocahontas, although that's not her real name, and she was one of the first stolen women. For those who want to look more into her story, it was very heartbroken, and it was one of the young children that was first taken away. It was not a love story, as they will care to wish you'd believe. So some of you are going through and sharing the truths of old stories and finding, and some of you may like to bathe in the light of the truth, whether you have to stand alone in that truth. So weary when trouble gone and my heart burdened deep. I'm still waiting in the silence. Getting You Raise Me Up by Westlife. Some of you could be from the UK or like Spain or like that area. A sage or mentor, wisdom, listening to guidance, introspect. Taking time away, listening to your heart, a time for meditation and contemplation, finding your voice, a timeout, a caution against spending too much time alone. I told you, silence is golden, but you still gotta invest your time in human, interaction. Hence the human. We thrive off of human interaction. You can't just do that without any humans. But I did give you a solid suggestion of working your way up by indulging in saying hello to the trees and grass and sand. Maybe you're going to the beach and just giving thanks to the sea coral and stuff like that. We're looking to the clouds for messages as well. I have the group that I admin with another reader who used to post videos on YouTube here called Eyes in the Sky. If you wanted to look it up on Facebook, it is down below, posted and linked as well. If you wanted to see anything cool, or UFOs or strange anomalies in the sky, definitely check it out and send us some of your pictures if you have any of those. Prompt: Sacred Solace. Sacred Solace. Oh, sweet light, how it glows. She is ready to see the miracle of luminosity. The softness from the ethers that she senses in her heart. She sees this light in her dreams, and she knows that it is brilliance coming to... No, yeah, so I said inside of your dreams, you're definitely getting signs in your dreams from your ancestors, whether that's what needs to come up and be cleansed away in triggers, or it's just like chill is your waking life is pretty good, or it could just be signs that you're doing so well and they're so proud of you, and you're learning how to lucid dream, and now you're flying. You could be turning things into whatever at your will. And what they're doing is they're training you that not only can you do that in the astral, that's how well you can manifest in real life. The physical just takes a little bit longer to, spit it out than it does in the astral, but it still is working its way through the, assembly line. It's the universe assemble. Some assembly may be required. When you are having some of your manifestations, the universe is looking back at you like, yo, some assembly may be required. I'm gonna need some time to put this together. And you're there like, no, give me my toy. Give me my toy. It's my birthday. That's my toy. Get it out of the package. Give it to me now. And you're like, bruh, I gotta build this thing. It's Fisher Price. It doesn't come put together. It's IKEA. It's the manual isn't even in English. And then there's no batteries that comes with the package too, and the universe is off to the store to go get you batteries, and you're crying in the corner like, give me my toy, I manifested. They're like, some assembly is acquired. Please have some patience. Okay. She sees this light in dreams, and she knows this brilliance coming down within sunlight and moonlight. So she journeys alone under the stars, ruminating on where it origins and how to access its wisdom more readily. So yeah, you want the moon, you want the sun, you want the stars, you want them right now. I get it. Your urgency is felt. It really is. Universe, unfortunately, it runs on its own time. You can want the train to come exactly when you arrive at the station, but it has its schedule, and it will run according to its schedule, no matter how much you stomp on the platform. The Hermit Muse reminds you to process your experience as a way to learn, knowing that your own smile is great company. Listen deeply and see the lessons that live in the simplest of things. The shiny light you see in others are a reflection of the magic you already hold in your heart. So choose the words that fuel your envisioned path and speak with passion of purpose. It is time to find the sage, the magician, the sorceress within you. In solitude, we meet the muse. In solitude, she guides. In gratitude, she helps us choose. In darkness, she confides. And when I search inside her heart, she tells me I am free. Then in my solitude depart, because this muse is me. All right, that's all the messages I have for you today. 444 on the clock. So you may be seeing that. That may be messages from your spirit guides or passed on loved ones. Stability is on the way, if not already knocking on your doorstep. So if you are not at that stage yet and you need patience, I be telling you, I understand that. I really do. Last year, before the new year, I was 3 months without a home, looking for a place for me, my loved one, and my 3 cats. Not the easiest thing to be doing when you don't even have a home already. So and now I live in the house of my dreams. So don't give up on yourself. The universe is assembling as fast as it can, and it loves you. It wants to spoil you. There's no doubt about it. You deserve it. So just they're not Kim Wilding you, okay? It's not keeping you holding on for nothing. All right? You may feel like, set me free, why don't you, babe? Come on, universe, get out of my life, why don't you? If you're not gonna give me what I want, and it's like, it ain't doing you like that, sweetheart. You are going to get your what you were due. You are going to get what you are due, and you are due some happiness, relaxation, and fun. So yes, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you and love you. And if no one's told you today, I'm proud of you and you are beautiful. If anyone would leave a like, comment, and subscribe, I dig it. I appreciate it. The energy exchange, that's what I'm about. And especially your comments and your stories. This time, everyone let me know what your favorite animal is, what your favorite familiar is. I appreciate getting to know more about you. And yeah, so remember to eat, hydrate, and have fun. Bye.